Fuad Halim, I also like to bring one more dimension. 10 years back, most unfortunately, America looked upon India in terms of hyphenating the relationship with Pakistan. And today, as Aishwarya pointed out in his report, there's talk of India, China, America trilateral. It's also stature. I know you have differences, but surely you will concede, even you will concede, that in terms of stature and global power play, we are operating at a completely different level. And the Prime Minister's visit only underlines that.
Well, there are two things you have to keep in mind. The first thing is that I thank the previous speaker for agreeing with me that the purchase of drones is very different from other things, and it is not totally in favor of India at this point of time, and it's a purchase that the Indian government has indulged in just prior to Narendra Modi's visit. Beyond that, there are other spin-offs and fallouts, especially those objections of the Indian Air Force which they made last year, which stands true till today. The second thing is one has to keep in mind when the Indian Prime Minister has been visiting the US over the past couple of times on the question of food, on the question of pharmaceuticals, there has not been serious what you call considerations of the Indian interests that have been what you call won by the Prime Minister.
How so?
In terms of the patent laws, in terms of transfer of technology, in terms of the various GMR regulations that the what you call the world wants for Indian factories to maintain. So it leaves Indian what you call industry with serious disadvantages. They do not get a level playing field, and the export of Indian food grains to the US are severely hampered, and there's very high bars of there. So Narendra Modi has not been successful
Sanju.
in actually bringing out the Indian interest in these negotiations. So there's been failure. See, if you don't want me to speak, I won't speak. I'm not giving any monologue.
I running short of time, so I'll let her counter you.
She can counter in her
I'll let her counter you. I'll let her counter you because we have limited time.
I can't keep on what you call.
No, you have your say. This is a debate. This cannot be a monologue by you. I'm sorry.
No.
This is not a monologue by you.
I began with you.
I began with you. Cognizance of the fact that it cannot be a monologue by you.
Okay, no personal comments. Have a substantive point. Yes, thank you.
There is no personal comment here. I need to make a pertinent point.
I'm not here to listen to Sanju's comments.
Yes, I need to make a pertinent point. That's all I'm saying.
Afwad, listen to her and then you can counter. Thank you.
May I please, Arnab?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't want to go into generic saying Narendra Modi has not...
Show. You're running
May
the show.
I please finish? Yes, Dr. Fuad Halim, I heard you. You had a lengthy monologue.
Please talk about the pharmaceutical industries.
You don't need to give me
Please talk about the intellectual property rights, the capacities that the Indian pharmaceutical industry need to wrangle out from the American pharmaceutical industry.
Please now let her complete with that. Thank you very much. We have a very important debate on Bengal also coming up next.
Thank you. Now, Arnab, I need to make a very quick point. I was just listening to
I just asked you a question, Sanju. If you can talk about the drug...
Please now keep quiet.
Okay, okay, Sanju, Fuad, she heard you. Thank you.
Can you talk about...
She heard you. Let her respond.
The bars that the American government has put to the...
No, Sanju, no, shut up, please.
Food grains from India.
Please,
Sanju, be decent. I know your party doesn't teach you that.
Fuad, she heard you. She has heard you. Fuad, loud and clear. Thank you. You both have great audio-video links. Fuad, she has heard you. Fuad, she has heard you, Fuad. She's heard you. Now let her respond to that. Thank you so much, Fuad. Please, be kind. Thank you.
Arnab, now let me tell you one thing. I don't want to get into generics. I will give you some specific examples which were even cited by Ruchira Kamboj, the permanent representative at the UN from India's end. I think we had 3 landmark developments under the Modi government with respect to Indo-US relations. One was signing in December 2015 the LEMOA, Logistics Exchange Memorandum of Agreement. One was signing the COMCASA, Compatibility and Security Agreement in September 2018, and one was signing the BECA, Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement for Geospatial Cooperation in October 2020. And I have named these 3 agreements because they are basically about sharing technology, sharing logistical information, sharing geospatial information, sharing basic military information between India and the United States. So people who come here and say, कि कुछ हुआ ही नहीं है, and Modi's visit to the US is only a lot of rhetoric and bluster, are completely, out of sync with the ground reality.
Okay,
and I would
now,
just like to say one more thing. I was listening to Ruchira Kamboj a few hours back, and she said the biggest, benefit out of this entire Narendra Modi and Joe Biden meet is the fact that on the 21st of June, when Narendra Modi will be leading 180 country-led delegation at the United Nations to celebrate International Yoga Day. That is huge in terms of India's soft power outreach. We keep talking of soft power, but can you imagine the Prime Minister of the world's largest democracy having a platform all to himself with 180 countries from the United Nations participating as part of the International Yoga Day celebrations?
These are all significant steps, but only for want of time. This whole week, this entire week, we have many crews led by Aishwarya Kapoor, all reporting from the United States. And I call upon all Indians to look upon this event and the visit as a matter of pride and not as a political contest. I thank you. We have so many things to do politics. I thank you as well, Fuad. Thank you so